Thanks for watching Film Buff, really, honestly. It's fucking great.
Hello, how's it going, guys? My name is Film Buff. Alright, guys, so it's time for episode 3 of Doctor Who. So basically, I actually watched this episode last night. I watched a bunch of shows, and episode 3 was one of them. You know, and I watched them back to back, so I didn't really get a chance to do an intro. And also, I didn't really get a chance to do my analysis and discussion last night. So I'm actually going to do that right now. So I'm about to edit the episode, so I'll, it'll be fresh in my mind again. This isn't really how I prefer to do it, but just last night, I just watched a bunch of them back to back, and I just didn't really get a chance to do the intro and do like the discussions. But this is just like a one-off, because in terms of my reactions, I like to check an episode out, and right after, I like to talk about what I just watched. All right, guys, enjoy the episode. Whoa. He's so nonchalant about it. Damn, that's creepy.
You can go back and see days that are dead and gone, 100,000 sunsets ago. No wonder you never stay still.
Not a bad life?
Better with two. Come on.
Oh, yeah, where do you think you're going?
1860.
He quite enjoys her company. I'm not sure if he's attracted to her, but he enjoys her company.
Blimey.
Don't laugh.
You look beautiful. Considering?
Considering what?
You're a human.
Human.
I think that's a compliment.
Charles Dickens. There she is.
Look. Like that. What?
God damn, she's so creepy.
Is this?
That gave me the chills.
That's more like it.
Hey.
What did you do that for? She's seen too much. Get her in the hearse. Legs.
Man, you leave Rose alone.
Charles Dickens, you're brilliant, you are. Completely 100% brilliant. I've read them all. Great Expectations, Oliver Twist, and what's the other one? The one with the ghost?
Christmas Carol?
No, the one with the trains. The Signalman, that's it. Terrifying. The best short story ever written. You're a genius.
You want me to get rid of him, sir?
No, I think he can stay. Honestly,
He can stay.
Can I call you Charles? I'm such a big fan. What? Big what? Fan. Number one fan, that's me.
How exactly are you a fan? In what way do you resemble a means of keeping oneself cool?
No, it means fanatic, devoted to. That's my fault. She's in my care, now she's in danger.
Why are we wasting my time talking about dry old books? This is much more important.
Driver, be swift. The chase is on. Yes, sir.
That a boy, Charlie?
Nobody calls me Charlie.
The ladies do.
How'd you know that?
I told you, I'm your number one.
Number one fan.
Oh,
You're still alive, sir.
he's so awesome, man. The doctor.
I think this is my dance.
It's a prank. Must be. We're under some mesmeric influence.
No, we're not. The dead are walking. Hi,
Hi. Who's your friend?
Charles Dickens.
2 sugars, sir. Just how we like it.
One old fella used to be a sexton, almost walked into his own memorial service, just like the old lady.
She's got the
goes to
sight.
performance, sir, just as she planned.
Morbid fancy.
Oh, Charles, you were there.
I saw nothing but an illusion.
If you're going to deny it, don't waste my time. Just shut up.
Ooh.
What about the gas? All right.
I shouldn't have told you to shut up. I'm sorry. But you've got one of the best minds in the world. You saw those gas creatures.
I cannot accept that.
And what does the human body do when it decomposes? It breaks down, produces gas.
Maybe your dad's up there waiting for you too, miss.
Maybe. Who told you he was dead?
Oh.
Must have been the doctor. And you've come such a long way.
What makes you think so?
You're from London. I've seen London in drawings, but never like that. All those people rushing about, half naked for shame. People are flying. And you've flown so far, further than anyone. The things you've seen. The darkness. The big bad wolf.
Bad wolf?
I'm sorry, miss.
The big bad wolf?
Since I was a little girl.
Yes.
Of our kind, we face extinction.
Why? What happened?
Once we had a physical form like you, but then the war came.
War? What war?
The Time War. The whole universe convulsed. The Time War raged, invisible to smaller species, but devastating to higher forms.
It is different, yeah. It's a different morality. Get used to it or go home. You heard what I said. Time's short.
The thing is, Doctor, the Gelf don't succeed. Because I know they don't. I know for a fact that corpses weren't walking around in 1869.
Time's in flux, changing every second. Your cozy little world can be rewritten like that. Nothing is safe. Remember that. Nothing.
Doctor, I think the room is getting colder.
They're here.
Come to this world, poor lost souls.
I hope it's not a bad spirit or something.
The bridge is made.
Are there a lot of names?
The bridge is open. We descend. I haven't even been born yet. It's impossible for me to die. Isn't it?
I'm sorry.
Together?
Yeah. I'm so glad I met you.
Me too.
Doctor! Doctor! Turn off the flame! Turn up the gas! Now fill the room, all of it, now!
What are you doing?
Turn it all off! Flood the place!
Brilliant. Gas.
What, so he choked to death instead?
Am I correct, Doctor? These creatures are gaseous.
Fill the room with gas, it'll draw them out of the host. Suck them into the air like poison from a wound.
But I can hold them. Hold them in this place. Hold them here. Get out.
You can't!
Leave this place! Rubs, get out! Go now. I won't leave her while she's still in danger. Now go! Come on, leave that to me.
This way.
Sorry. Thank you.
There are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Even for you, Doctor.
She saved the world. A servant girl. No one will ever know.
Unsung hero.
After all I've learned tonight, there can be nothing more vital.
You cheered up.
Exceedingly. This morning I thought I knew everything in the world. Now I know I've just started. All these huge and wonderful notions, Doctor. I'm inspired. I must write about them.
Do you think that's wise?
I shall be subtle at first. There's one mystery you still haven't explained. Answer me this. Who are you?
Just a friend, passing through.
But you have such knowledge of future times. I don't wish to impose on you, but I must ask you. My books, Doctor, do they last?
Oh, yes.
Oh, do they last?
For how long?
Forever. Right. Shed. Come on, Rose.
So he kind of pieced it together. He realized perhaps this man is from the future. Hence the questions about his books.
Merry Christmas, sir.
Merry Christmas to you.
Alright guys, so I just finished editing episode 3. Now I don't, this is just, it's like a one-off. I really do prefer checking out an episode and then right after that just getting right into my discussion or analysis, because at that moment everything that I thought of, everything I picked up is still kind of fresh in my mind. So that's what all of us have to do, basically, the people who put up reactions. You have to watch it once and then you basically have to watch it a second time as you edit them, right? Because you have to decide what to keep in and what to leave out because of the whole 10 minutes rule. So it was a really good refresher to check it out again. Yeah, man, I gotta say, I'm just loving the grand sense of adventure this show brings. Over 3 different episodes, I've seen like 3 different time periods, and each one of them was super unique, man. First one being like the current times, Rose in London. Episode 2, billions and billions of years later, 4 billion years to be exact, into the future, in space, and a lot of aliens, a lot of different life forms. And episode 3, we're going back in time. In this episode, I got a chance to see a historical figure, Charles Dickens. So that has me really excited because I hope it continues. I hope I get to see many more historical figures on their travels, that has me really excited because the potential, oh man, so many different timelines the Doctor and the companion Rose can go into, so many awesome people they can meet from history. And later on in the episode, the Doctor mentions, as he believes he's about to die, he starts talking about all the different amazing things he's been a part of and all the different time periods he's been to, right? Hopefully I get to see more historical figures, more interesting timelines and time periods that they go into. So that has me excited. That really has me excited. And in the comments, someone mentioned that basically Rose is me. That this soft reboot, more of like a jumping on point for new people, right? That might be interested in getting into the show. And, that was a really good point that person made, that I'm Rose basically, because I do feel like Rose. Just like Rose, I'm, seeing all these things for the first time. It basically mimics a new person that's just getting into the show. Speaking of Rose, it was really clear this episode that the Doctor really enjoys her company. He, again, I mentioned that I'm not sure if he's attracted to her. I'm not even sure if he's attracted to humans, or if he's interested at all. I guess I'll find out. And he definitely feels like he is responsible for her because he brought her into this, and he cares for her, and he doesn't want to see her harmed. So right now, to me, it kind of feels like brother and sister type thing. I say that, but there are some hints that perhaps maybe the Doctor, I don't know. There, every now and then there'll be a scene, and I'll be like, maybe he's starting to like her. It's still early days, but I feel like he does enjoy her company. That's that much is for sure. So talking about historical figures, Charles Dickens, I really enjoyed this take on the character, and a lot of times it kind of felt like this episode was more centered around Charles Dickens more so than the Doctor and Rose. I feel like in those 45 minutes they showed us Charles Dickens kind of grow into a different person, or have his eyes open to a totally new mindset. In the beginning, they show us this man who's tired and just bored and annoyed with life. To him, everything felt boring and everything felt repetitive, right? So, and he felt like there's just nothing exciting or new coming into his head anymore, and that he's thought of everything there is to think about. But his night gets really interesting because Time Lord comes crashing into his life for a night at least. And, you know, by the end of it, he has this totally new perception of life, and he feels energized, and he felt like his mind has been opened up to just amazing new notions and ideas that he must write about. And I feel like the actor playing Charles Dickens did a really good job of showing that emotion of just being so excited and so full of life again. Comparing it to the first shot of him just being really bored and laissez-faire. By the end of it, he was just ready to jump out of his boots, man. It took some time for Charles to open his mind up to these new ideas. I like to think of things scientifically. I've devoted my life to the things that matter in life, and not these crazy ideas that couldn't possibly be real or have any truth to them. And another interesting thing in this episode, he got shut down by the doctor. At one point, Charles is like, it was the doctor. He's like, come on, Charles, you saw it. But Charles still wasn't going to accept it. But the doctor, man, instead of trying to get him on his side and explain things, he basically told him to shut up, man. If you're not going to help, just shut up and listen. So, and he did that again. Rose was really against the idea of, giving up these dead bodies to these spirits. And, again, the doctor, he basically told her, if you can't take it, just go home. I feel like the doctor, as of this point at least, has a stance on things that he believes to be the 100% right stance. And he doesn't care to, explain his side of things to people. He knows he's correct, or he believes he's correct. He doesn't really step down, does he, if he believes something is correct or he's in the right. And he has no time to explain. And one of the things that really scared or concerned Charles, at one point he was thinking he might have missed so many things in his short time on Earth, right? And these new notions and ideas, they scared him more so because now he was starting to think, I've been thinking one thing this whole time, but look at this, man. Let's move on to Gwyneth, the unsung hero. She was a really nice and sweet person, and she had a really interesting ability, the sight. And one of my favorite scenes from this episode was her explaining to Rose what she could see of London, from Rose's timeline. It was really interesting to see her take on it. She was so baffled and so confused. But then she mentioned something really, really interesting, man. She mentioned that you've seen the darkness. You've seen the big bad wolf. Is she talking about the doctor, or is she talking about some kind of other life form or something? Now these spirits, I believe they called them the Gilf or Gilf. I'm not sure if it's a Gylf or Gilth. Gilf or Gilf. One of those. I'm sure I'll get an answer in the comments. And they are from the other side of the galaxy, according to the doctor. They mentioned the Time War, man. And the moment they mentioned it, you see Rose kind of look at the doctor, and doctor's got this look on his face. So, he knows all about this, and he had this concerned look on his face. So, I'm sure I'm going to get to find out more about this as the episodes go on. And also, in this episode, the doctor explains some of the rules to time travel in this, show at least. He mentioned that it's not a straight line, time can, go in all directions, and that indeed she can die in other time periods. Even before she's born. So he's talking about stuff that sounds like the butterfly effect, that, a change here, and just like that, it can change your timeline, the timeline you come from. And it was really awesome to see the doctor kind of fanboy over Charles Dickens earlier on. He's like, I love your stuff, man. You're amazing. I'm your #1 fan. And by the end of it, I got the feeling that Charles kind of picked up on the fact that maybe these people are not from this time, He kind of pieced it together and even asked him about his books and if they last. And indeed, Charles Dickens, they last forever. So, it was a nice moment because you could see in his face, he's like, okay, that's something, that's good. And he also kind of mentions that you have such knowledge of future times. So, I felt like he kind of pieced it together. He didn't quite say it, but you could kind of tell he knows what's going on here. I'm really enjoying how each episode has this feeling to it, man. A really unique feeling to each episode. You know, I have been told that a lot of these episodes are standalone episodes. Alright guys, so if you enjoyed it, please smash that thumbs up. Leave your comments, let me know what you guys thought. If you're new to my channel, I'm on social media, guys. I'm on Twitter, I have an Instagram account, I'm on Patreon. Thank you so much to my amazing patrons, you guys are absolutely brilliant. Alright guys, thanks for dropping by. I'll be doing episode 4 soon. Take it easy.